Welcome back to another video on the Rygbi channel. Please make sure you go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, click the notification button, as well as please go ahead and follow us on our social media platforms to be up to date with the channel. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another review video on the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Japan vs Russia, which was the opening game of this Rugby World Cup. And yeah, it really lived up to our expectation wasn't going to be massively high because Russia was a tier 2 nation and Japan is borderline tier 1. But to be honest, it really overdid expectation. As a neutral rugby fan, this was an amazing game to watch. And the first opening minutes, it was end-to-end stuff, and it was just brilliant open play rugby, and it was just so good. It really showed off what tier 2 nations have to offer, and I was really impressed. In this video, I'm going to talk more in depth about it, and also who my man of the matches were. So stay tuned. Okay, so the game started off with Russia being the much better team, and yeah, I mean the try was an easy mistake. Well, not an easy mistake, but quite a big mistake by Japan, and obviously then the Russian caught it and scored the try. And yeah, Russia were going into this game with their tail feathers up at the early minutes of the game, and Japan looked quite scrappy until they scored their first try, which was an absolutely amazing offload. To be fair, I was so impressed with it. It looked like it was almost not going to happen for them, and with that offload, just pure class. And yeah, Japan seemed to play really well, fast and open rugby. Russia at times looked really good, but again, I think Japan being the more professional team, it kind of showed towards the end. So we went into the first half then, Japan only just in front, and then the second half then, as we knew, Japan kind of went and ran away with the game. Although not taking anything away from Russia, they did turn up, they played pretty well, and they did impress in certain areas. I felt the winger was pretty good. I also felt their fullback was good, and well, to be honest, a lot of the Russian players did play quite well. They were looking for open play, and they were kind of going, like as the commentators would say, they were tiring out towards the end of the game, and the commentators were even stating that Russia's best bet now would be a Hail Mary, just boot the ball up in the air and see if they can catch it. And with that they did. They kind of did the obvious, and it worked really well for them, because they kind of identified Japan's weakness in certain areas, and they targeted it, and they targeted it well. So it worked for them. Unfortunately, as I said, Japan ran away with it towards the end, but it was nice to see Russia playing pretty well. Japan, on the other hand, going into their next game, I have a feeling, I don't know, it's going to be quite difficult to predict. It would be nice to see Japan go all the way to the quarters, but we'll talk about that in coming videos. But as of this game, I felt Japan slow starting off, but in the end kind of showed what they're all about with that fast open play rugby. Russia started off pretty well, and then kind of deteriorated over time, basically showing that they're the lower nation over Japan. But it was a good game, as I said. It showcased tier 2 rugby, and it was nice. It was also nice to see, I know many of the rugby fans to watch that game probably turned up because it was the opening game of the World Cup, but it was also nice to see a sold out stadium for Japan versus Russia. I mean, Russia wouldn't get to see that amount of capacity often going to watch them, so to see a full out sold out stadium, how many fans was it? God, it should have been at least 50,000 there, maybe, well, probably way more than that. And yeah, to see all them supporting two teams like that, it's just a brilliant day for rugby. And to be fair, I was pretty amazed with the game and the outcome of the score. My key point was probably Japan's first try, if I was to pick one, just because of that sheer offload was pretty amazing. I did feel the try by Japan, which a lot of people said was a knock-on, it was actually called off for, was it a knock-on in the end anyway? Well, not a knock-on, but he kind of dropped it. I feel like he did. My opinion on that is just because it didn't look like he was in full control of it when he went over the line. Another thing as well was the apparent red card, which was never given. I looked at that, I felt like it wasn't really a red card. Yeah, okay, probably a penalty, a yellow at most, but I wouldn't say it's a red card. Okay, so next up I'm going to be going ahead and talking about my man of the matches. So I'll select Russia's man of the match first, and then I'll do Japan's. So yeah, it will be quite interesting. I got stats to show you as well. So my Russian man of the match is German Davidov. Although the stats don't show a hell of a lot of what he did, I did feel that he had a big impact on the game, and he did stand out for Russia. And I felt as well that at times he looked really dangerous and had massive potential. It's just a shame it didn't really work out for him. So as you can see here, there's some of his stats. Obviously, he's played only one match in the World Cup so far, and he hasn't had anything else on that sort of stat pad there. It does go into more depth in a minute, which you will see. As well as considering he's quite a young player, it's quite nice to see him representing his country and having so many caps as well. So here is the remaining of his stats. As you can see, he's got 3 kicks from hand, 3 runs. He's had 0 offloads, 0 passes. He's had 1 clean break. He's beaten 1 defender. He's had 3 carries. He's made 11 meters. He's did 10 tackles in that game, which I thought was quite good for a winger. Tackle success is 77%. Tackles rate is 0.77, and handling errors is only 1. So yeah, I mean, on paper it looks quite a standard performance, but I was impressed with the potential he had. So my Japan man of the match is the obvious one, and that is Kotaro Matsushima. He obviously stood out the most, as you can see here. He scored 15 points individually and 3 tries, and he's only played 1 match so far. And he did actually win man of the match as well. I mean, it's quite obvious that was going to happen. He was the sheer standout player, and yeah, one hell of a player to watch on that game. I mean, his first try again, it was pretty awesome. It felt like nothing was going to happen, and then it did, as I've already said about that. As you can see then, his stats, which are on the screen now for you guys. Kicks from hand 4, 15 runs, 2 passes, 4 clean breaks, 8 defenders beaten, 12 carries, 112 meters made, guys. Like, how insane is that in 1 match? 5 tackles and 1 tackle rate 1 and handling errors 2. The handling errors kind of letting him down a bit there, but other than that, it was a sheer great performance from this player, and yeah, definitely one to watch in this tournament. Okay guys, so without further ado, that is going to be the end of today's video, so please make sure you go ahead and leave a like and comment, let me know what you thought of this game. And do you agree with my man of the matches? Let me know in the comment section. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. We upload rugby videos every single week, and I will be trying to do a review of every single game played in this Rugby World Cup. Some may have to be merged into like a bigger video, so like say Australia versus Fiji, and then say England versus Tonga, put them in the same video or something like that. It all really depends if I have the time to make all the videos. But yeah, so it should be a hell of a tournament to look forward to. This opening game was a great performance from both teams. If you haven't already, please go ahead and click the notification button to be notified when I upload, because I upload on random days, and I've actually been uploading every single day this week so far. So it's been quite a fun week. Please as well, if you haven't already, please follow me on social media, and please join our Facebook group where you get to share banter and your own opinion and everything, and get other fans' opinions as well as me. I am on there as well, so you'll get to hear from me and everything as well. So please go ahead and join the Facebook group. And yeah guys, without further ado, I'm going to be finishing this video now. Thanks for watching guys, peace out.